Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach Caleb Ross. Brought to you by Gibson's Tire Pros, Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Prattville, CBE, and Mexico Typico.
Welcome into the Prattville Lions Football Review. I'm Will Barrett, joined as always by our head coach, Caleb Ross, on looking back on a victorious night in Enterprise, Coach. 35-28 victory, huge region win over the Enterprise Wildcats, and what a night it was.
Yeah, probably a tale of two halves. I mean, the first half, not a whole lot went right. We knew going in they had a difficult offense. What they do is so unique, and it's hard to prepare for. And, man, they really come out and kind of just threw a different wrinkle of it that we had not even seen in any of the tapes in all 6 games. So they really had us on our heels. Defense, man, was just – and it creates chaos. They got guards pulling everywhere, a lot of misdirection. And it was really – and what happens is you start to panic a little bit as a player, and you don't trust your keys. You quit reading guards and pullers. Man, our eyes got everywhere, and and it's good stuff they do. I mean, it's a good job to them. They had a great game plan, and they got us on our heels. We responded the first drive and took it down there and scored. But then, man, the other thing about that offense is they don't give your offense a chance to have the football. We only had it 3 times if you don't include the last play right before the half. So, but you know what? The main thing I was proud of is our kids never panicked. Man, they never. It was just strange sense of calm, even on the sideline. I mean, at times we got frustrated, but there was never no panic. Man, it was calm on the sideline, even at halftime. It was almost like, man, we're a little bit too calm. I mean, I was almost like, man, we need to have a little more, hey, guys, we're not doing well. We got to figure this out. But we went in and just made the right adjustments, man. The defense sat down, discussed what they were doing. This is what we got to do. We got to do this, make this adjustment here. Offensively, man, really what we were doing was the good stuff. I mean, we just weren't executing. We hit the first drive really good, come out of the gate and looked really good. Then had 2, 3 and outs. It was really just lack of execution. Wasn't that was a bad scheme or just we had one throw was off here, or we broke down on one block here. So we just knew, hey guys, keep doing what we're doing. And sure enough, we knew we had to go score that opening drive the second half, and had a few big plays to set us up. We put it in the end zone. I think they responded with a touchdown, but man, just in the end of the day, somewhere about that fourth quarter, you just got that feel. And usually, I'll be honest, even as a head football coach, you're confident that you're going to win the game, but man, you're always thinking of every scenario of what could go wrong sometimes just because you're trying to prepare for it. Yeah. But there was a sense somewhere in that fourth quarter, we're going to win this football game. And you just kind of felt, at least I did. And I think the players did too. And sure enough, we got the breaks. Ball, we get the fumble. Then Malik runs back, and we scored. At that point, man, I was like, hey, we got this thing. We just got to get the ball back. And we did. And, man, we found a way to make a big play. Just super proud of our kids. It's a win that we needed, not only for the region, for this year. Man, I think it's a program win. Man, just because, we're year 3, and even though I knew we got a good team this year and the future's bright, and it's been a unique year with coronavirus, you really feel like you kind of got about a half year going in just because you don't really get a full prep. But, man, that was a game we needed Friday night, and just really proud, man. We needed it. It sets us up now that if we can win out, we got a chance to have a home playoff game. We're going to make the next, and we'll talk about next week's game. I know we'll talk about that here in a second. But man, just really, really proud of our guys, man. They hung in there, found a way to make plays when we needed to, and your better players stepped up at the end. I can tell you, Tim Trotter, man, second half was really dominant. Yeah. Ian Jackson causes the fumble with that Malik runs back and gets the interception late. Man, Bates made big plays. Darryl Holmes made big plays. Keandre with some tough runs. O-line played phenomenal. One of our better games up front. And EJ sat in the pocket and made some big throws when he needed to. So, I mean, just overall, really team effort in a tough place to go down there against a really good football team. Enterprise got a good team this year. And we found a way to win. Really proud.
Prattville comes off the deck in the fourth quarter, 2 touchdowns behind to claim a 35-28 edge over the Enterprise Wildcats down in Enterprise. Let's look at some of those highlights right now.
Prattville will be kicking off from our left to our right. Colin Rogers set to kick off. Enterprise puts 2 men deep. McCray is to the left, and this ball is away, and Rogers is going to sail it into the end zone. Touchback for the Wildcats. Owsley from the shotgun once again. Inside pitch to is that Holmes?
Oh.
Holmes cuts it inside. Holmes 35-20. Holmes on an open field. Holmes to the 10. Holmes to the 5. Dives to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Prattville. Daryl Holmes. Hayes in the shotgun. Double wing. McCray goes in motion. He gives to McCray. He's trying to get the edge, and he does not get it. He does not get it. He is stopped for a loss, and Prattville will have the ball with 27 seconds to play.
Got to pick this first down.
Made a pass. There's some pressure. Throws it deep. Caught. The catch is made at the 48-yard line. Two receivers tucked in tight to either side. Jay wants to pass. Looking downfield. And now firing deep. Looking for is that Shanks that pulls it down? Bates. Altarius Bates pulls it down to the 5-yard line. They're marking down to the 3. First and goal. First and goal for the Lions from Enterprise 3. Here is the gift to Powell. Powell pushing his way to the corner, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. With 10:01 to play, a minute 59 off the clock, the Lions have struck. Pressing him up. Owsley needs to pass on third down, throwing it deep, looking for Holmes. Holmes has got a step on him, and Holmes makes the catch. Flags are down. But Holmes makes the catch at the 32-yard line. Wildcat attack. Holmes in the inside pitch from Owsley, trying to cut the end, and he's got the 10. Holmes to the 5. Holmes in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. Daryl Holmes. And here's Hayes again. Gives it, keeps it, and he is hit at the 50-yard line and taken down hard. Prattville 48-yard line. Hayes drops back to pass, looking downfield, has to cut it short. He's wrapped up at the Enterprise 47-yard line, and he's taken down. It's Trotter. Johnson gets the snap. Johnson gets his first down and works ahead up to the 40-yard
Ball
line.
came loose.
Ball came loose, and Prattville picks it up. Prattville on the move. They're going down the other way. 40, 35, 30. It's down to the 21-yard line. It's Malik Stargell.
Wow.
Here's Owsley. Powell flanks him to the left. Powell gets the call. Powell at the middle. Driving. Still in the speed. Breaks tackles. And Powell's in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. Quinn Hayes sends Johnson in motion. Gives Johnson the pitch. He's hitting the backfield. He's brought down. Tim Trotter checks back in the game and says, no, sir. On the far side. DJ wants to pass. Looking downfield.
He got him.
He's
got him.
He's got. Bates makes the catch to the 10. Bates spins off from there to the 5. Still driving. Bates down for the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Altarius Bates. Touchdown, Prattville. Touchdown, Prattville. 41 yards. And Bates and Owsley have put the Lions ahead. Drops back to pass. Looking downfield. Under some pressure now, firing across the middle. It's intercepted! It's intercepted by Ian Jackson. And Prattville is going to get out of here with a win. 51 seconds. The biggest comeback win in Coach Ross's career as the head coach here at Prattville. All the credit to these kids and these coaches. They never gave up, like you said. They never gave up. They never gave up on each other. And this crowd here is letting them hear about it.
With over 35 years of automotive experience, Gibson's Tire Pros has the answers.
Mo thinks we're having trouble with the curb. How should we fix that? Me and Mo are into the same girl. Who do you think she should pick? Do you guys think Mo's nose is too big?
Of all these questions, I feel like we should have been life coaches.
Nah, let's just stick to tires and automotive.
Yeah. Gibson Tire Pros, we advise, you decide.
Back at the Prattville Lions football review, head coach Caleb Ross, Will Barrett, we're looking back at the Hoover game, honoring Tim Trotter as our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game.
Yeah, man, what an incredible year that dude is having. I mean, he has dominated really since week 2. Puts in great games. I'm really glad he's having a good year, especially a good young man. Proud of him, just really am, and I really got the future's really bright for him, and I hope he's going to finish out the season strong the same way he's been playing the last few weeks.
You know, one of the problems with the Player of the Week award is you only get it once in a season, and Trotter could have had it 4 or 5 times already.
He could have had it Friday night against Enterprise. He got it against Hoover. He could have had it. You're right, against Auburn, man. He could have had it another. He's just playing really high football, man. I'm telling you, I'm a former O lineman, and his hands and his so strong. I'd hate to try to block him. Back in the day, I'll be honest. I'm glad he's playing for us. So having a really good year. Really proud of him.
Let's visit with number 55, our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game against Hoover, Tim Trotter. Welcome back to the Prattville Lions Football Review. We're now visiting with our Player of the Game from the Hoover game a couple weeks back, Mr. Tim Trotter, and you better refer to him as Mr. Tim, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Now you've been just tearing it up from your spot on the line all season long. I mean, you line up left, you line up right, wherever they put you, and you just dominate. That's got to be a pretty solid feeling to know that when you go out there every night, you got the upper hand right out the gate.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us a little bit about, we're over halfway through the season now, headed into the home stretch. We've got these home games coming up. The road stretch has been kind of tough. And has that been hard on you? I mean, you take these charters every week all over the state. I mean, after a while, it starts to wear on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It does, just a little bit.
What's your biggest challenge going into games like this?
I'd say maybe the weather at the most. Mm-hmm. Maybe the weather.
Now you've been a 3-year starter here. You've been here since Coach Ross since day one. You've seen this program steadily rise, and now you're here at the precipice. You got a big game against Central coming up on Friday. You know that game is going to determine possibly who gets home field advantage in the playoffs. It's a big night. What are you guys thinking going into that game?
We plan on dominating that game. Gotta prepare for it in practice, but we plan on dominating that game.
You're a leader on the field, a leader in the locker room. People respect you, and we respect the game you play every week. You play it the right way. No, you don't take any plays off. And like I was telling you before we came on, we could have given you this plaque on any given week. But yes, you are the player of the game for your action against Hoover on September 25th. So congratulations, sir. You also have for you from our great folks at Sport Clips an MVP treatment certificate.
Yes, sir.
Take advantage of that. It's awesome. You will love it.
Yes, sir.
So what do you want to tell the Lion Nation? I mean, this is your chance. You're speaking to the world here. The message from Tim Trotter.
I say I ain't really got nothing to say.
You do it on the field.
Yeah, yes, sir. I show it on the field.
This is our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Week for the game against Hoover, Mr. Tim Trotter, and we'll be right back. Now it's time for our favorite section of the review show, Coach, Inside the Lions Cage. And this time we get to visit with Jack Hallman.
Yeah, he's another young man that's having a really good senior year. He's making some big catches and some big moments for us. I know he had 2 big catches the other night against Enterprise, and he's had some big games. Really proud of him. This one's kind of personal, man. Just know his family real well. He's also a man of few words, but he's one of those cool cats, man, and just really proud of the year he's having. Good young man. I know he's raised right. I know the family. And I'm really excited, people get to see a little bit more of his personality too, because he's kind of a man of a few words, but like we talked about, he's got more personality than you think, and he's real selective when he shows. But like I said, really proud of him and the year he's having.
Let's go inside the Lions Cage with our Head and Shoulders shampoo spokesperson, Jack Hallman.
Jack Hallman, receiver, class of 2021. Taco Bell.
What's your go-to order?
Chicken quesadillas. Midway. None. Love Water by Motley Crue. Paul Walker.
Favorite movie by Paul Walker?
Fast and Furious 7.
You say that just because you look like Paul Walker?
No, I just like him as a person.
Okay.
Spider-Man. I'd say Chick-fil-A. My 8th grade teacher, Miss Carter, because she let me play trash can basketball in her room sometimes. Some kind of Luke Combs song. Doesn't matter which one. Odell. Definitely Ian.
Would you be a baby face or a heel?
Baby face.
Oh, good guy, too.
I'll do Coach Morris, and I'll be like, if you've on the tenor spot, stay on it now. Stay on it. A boat, a fishing pole, and a lighter.
There you go.
How early is too early for Christmas decorations?
Before Thanksgiving.
Amen. Would you rather see the city of Prattville have a Major League Lacrosse franchise or have $50 cash?
$50.
Would you rather be able to run 100 miles per hour or fly 10 miles per hour?
Full
Me too. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Just work for what you want.
What's your favorite joke to tell?
Probably
Chance to impress. You gotta tell a joke.
I probably shouldn't say it.
All right. What do you do when you're in public and a baby's just staring you in the face and won't break the stare?
I just stare back at it.
That's it?
Yeah.
What type of hair product do you use? I'm asking for a friend.
Just normal shampoo.
Fine, you won't give your secrets up. That's fine.
I can't tell everybody what I do.
All right, rapid fire word association. I say a word, and you say the first thing that pops into your head. Quarterback.
EJ.
LeBron.
James.
Stanley Jensen.
Stadium.
Spiders.
Scary.
Game day.
Focused.
Coronavirus.
Mask.
Crossing route.
Linebackers.
Hair care.
Take a shower.
Big dog.
I don't know.
Halloween.
Candy.
All right. It's probably the worst word association I've ever been given. I've ever tested. But you know, your hair makes up for it, so it's fine. You pass.
Thank you. Somebody that did everything that I was told to do. Hooray for Prattville, hooray for Prattville. Someone in the stands yelling hooray for Prattville. 1, 2, 3, 4, who you gonna yell for? Prattville, that's who.
Woo!
With over 35 years of automotive experience, Gibson's Tire Pros has the answers.
Mo thinks we're having trouble with the curb. How should we fix that? Me and Mo are into the same girl. Who do you think she should pick? Do you guys think Mo's nose is too big?
Of all these questions, I feel like we should have been life coaches.
Nah, let's just stick to tires and automotive.
Yeah.
Gibson Tire Pros, we advise, you decide.
Welcome back in to the Prattville Lions Football Review, our final section with Coach Ross. Coach, I know there's a lot of individual efforts that stood out at the Enterprise game. I know one of the guys that really jumped off the paper at us Friday night, I'm sure you too, was receiver Daryl Holmes.
Yeah, he had a big night, man. I think he had 6 catches. Now 2 of those were the jet sweep, where we kind of just pop it up to him real quick. But still, he's a fast kid, and man, he really got to the edge. He blocked well Friday night. He had big plays. Look, Daryl's a good player, and he's had a good year, but he kind of had a breakout game the other night. Man, I'm really proud of him. He's a kid that puts a lot into it. He cares, and he's waited his turn, kind of waited his senior year to play. And he had a big game, man. Really proud of him. I mean, I think 6 catches for 150 yards for 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Really proud of him. Bates had another big night. Had a big play at the end. Had another big, incredible catch that we called there in the third quarter on our double move off the corner route. Man, he did a really good job. Proud of him. Like I said, Jack Hallman had 2 big catches on 3rd down. Really proud of our offensive line, man. I thought they played their best game up front. We were physical when we needed to be. Joe Lane continues to have a big Friday night. Javon Harris. Man, we've thrown a young kid, Steven Stoudemire, in there at center, and he has done really well. Proud of him. Man, Cavante Broadnex. Gain Stokes come in, played well. Then you got R.J. Meyer and Chandler Gibbs playing left tackle, and they both, man, did a good job. So really proud of those up front. Spencer Roy continues to be a physical player at tight end. He didn't get any catches the other night. A couple of things we tried to get to him, but they covered it up pretty well. But he's such a physical presence blocking. And then my running backs, man. Keandre Powell is really kind of taking it to another level, man. He's a physical runner. He's a guy you know is going to get 5 or 6. Had a incredible run to score to tie it up on 28-28. Really proud of him. Really proud of his leadership. He's really turned it to a new level. And then obviously get to see our 2 young backs, DJ Williams and Mario Parks.
Yeah,
I thought DJ played well. He missed a few throws, but I thought when we needed to sit and make throws, he did. Man, obviously the big play at the end, and he's another one's calm, cool. His stat line, I think he's thrown 13 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and the one the other night was really kind of a ball bounced off of Daryl on a deep throw right for the half. So I really don't even hardly count that one. But defensively, after we settled in, man, I thought Ian Jackson, Tim Trotter took over. Tyrese Nunn's another guy that played well. Julius Toodles made a few big plays for us. And then Eric Benson finally settled in and made some good plays. And I know AP Coleman had a big stop on a 3rd down there, there in the 3rd quarter. And man, one of the players I'm really proud of and really had to come up and make a lot of key tackles, and that was Ladarius Fitz, who we call Chop. So,
right.
He didn't get a whole lot of action from a throw-in from a cornerback having to cover anybody, but the nature of their offense forced him to have to come up and make tackles, and he did a good job of that the other night. So, and continue, man. Jameer Cromlin continues to be steady. He's just going to be where he needs to be and makes tackles. And Malik, he was kind of on the weak side. Malik Stargell, he didn't have it wasn't a bad night. He just didn't get a lot of action. And A.J. Vaughn, who filled in for an injured Javon Furlow, man, I thought he did a good job. I mean, like I said, we didn't play well early on defense, but we played well when we needed to. So, kicking game, man, glad to see Elliott Duke come back. He come in and he missed his first extra point, but they roughed him. We got a chance. He hits the next one, and I'm glad that we're going to need him. I mean, he's just a really solid player and solid kicker, and we got 2. Which is good. And Colin had some good nights punting. So, and once again, put every kickoff except for 1 in the end zone. So, man, just overall, just proud of how we played. Like I said, good preparation. Even that's the one thing I probably don't give enough credit for. To get ready for that type of offense, you got to have a scout team look during the week to be able to show that type stuff. Mm-hmm. Man, and our kids bought into that. Man, we had some really good looks from our young guys and from our scout team guys. So, man, overall team effort, team win. And like I said, it moves us forward to this week.
And this week, Coach, coming home to Stanley Jensen Stadium to take on the Central Phoenix City Red Devils with a lot at stake. Probably maybe the most critical home game we've had in several years.
It probably is. Like I said, me, I don't want to put more pressure on our kids than there already is. I mean, they're going to hear it all week. But it is a big game. You can't hide from it. It's a region game. Phoenix City is still Phoenix City. They got good players. I know they got beat Friday night, but man, Auburn's got a special season going right now. They do. So man, obviously what Auburn did to us. So man, you can't really judge it by that. The early losses, one was to Hoover, so they've also lost to Auburn and Hoover. Mm-hmm. And then you play a Eufaula team who's really scary, and that was the second game of this season. man, look, Central settling in, they're playing good football. Coach Patrick Nix, he's a guy that I know personally. When I was a student assistant at Sanford, he was our wide receiver coach. I know him personally. He's an outstanding football coach. He's an outstanding human being, and he's a really good offensive mind. And they got his son, and you got I think the Trent Miles kid at quarterback. They're both really good players. They're different type players, but they're really good players. Two of the best running backs we're going to see. They're dynamic, big physical offensive line, couple of receivers that can make plays. I mean, this is Phoenix City. I mean, they still are a really good program, and we know it's going to be a big ball game. Defensively, man, they're fast and physical. Got a couple of D linemen that are going to be hard to deal with. We know we got a big challenge, you know what I mean? But I hope with the confidence from this Friday's game, man, we can go in and we can go compete, and we can really make a run of this. So we'll see. We've got to have a good week of practice. I think our kids understand that. They understand if you want to go win in these tight games, it all comes down to preparation. So
absolutely.
And that's never going to change. We won't change what we do. We are glad to finally, early in the year I got used to it, and I say we get used to being on the road, and we do, but I'm ready to get back at home. Yeah. I mean, it's been a long, when you got 6 of your first 7 on the road.
It's a tough order.
It is, man, and it really, you don't feel it the first few weeks, but by week 6, week 7, you're like, okay, I'm tired of traveling. It's time to get back to Stanley Jensen, which I know there'll be, I know it's a limited crowd, but it'll be a rowdy crowd, and it'll be packed out of as much capacity as we're allowed to have this year, so. I know it'll be a big game. Definitely looking forward to it.
The Lions return home to Stanley Jensen Stadium this Friday night to take on the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. We need everybody that can be there to be there. We'll be on the air around 6 o'clock, and we look forward to seeing everybody there in the stands. And Coach, I know you got a lot of work to do this week, a lot of prep to go, so we're gonna leave you to it.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll get started. We've already worked some. It's been a little bit of Saturday. Just in preparation. We do that anyways, but obviously our big prep day is Sunday, so that's right, get in there and get a game plan.
All right, for Coach Ross and the one-eyed Millser behind the camera, I'm Will Barrett saying good night, God bless, go Lions, and we'll see you next Friday.
The Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach Caleb Ross. Brought to you by Gibson's Tire Pros, Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Prattville, CBE, and Mexico Typico.